These are entry times from qualifying competitions. As we get a look at heat number 3, there are 7 heats in the 400 this morning. So again, 5, 6 and 7, the seeded heats, the favoured swimmers. Quintero, Venezuela then, 3:52.63. He's just seen a 3:53 in the previous heat, so wonder how that affects him. Again, you'll see the nerves and the little anxieties and the motivation all showing in the first 100. Able to stick with the pace. The field's around the 3:52 to 3:55 mark. If they swim to form, could be a good race. But we've already seen that somebody is in good form, good shape, and gets out there and just parades their heat through to the pad.
So leading the way at the first turn, well, the first 100-meter turn. Quintero, the Venezuelan, in 4. Now, we've seen this young man swim, when was it now? A couple of years ago at these World Championships. And I'm thinking it was another meet that we've done, and we did like the way he swam. Very long, very smooth. Constructs his swimming very well. We thought he was one to watch. And here he is going out again. He's in an early heat, though. Heat 3 of 7, entry time coming in on 3:52. Let's see how he goes. He's just edging away from the rest of the field. 6 in a line all around him, and you can see that the turnover is still relatively slow. And this is something we'll talk about through the week, because these stroke rates are something that plays a huge part in the overall training program at the moment. Everyone's trying to work out what's best, what's not. So at the midpoint of this race then, we've still got Quintero in the lead on a 1:54. So if he constructs this race well, he's just around 1:55. We should see him get close to 1:50. I think he will. What you want to see at the next split on the third 100 is going to be around 2:52 or thereabouts, and that'll give you an indication of whether he's on track or not. But this is the difficult bit. This is this third quarter, Drew, that we talk about so often. This is where you've got to remain concentrated, keep the rhythm going, know exactly what you've got to do. The rest of the field coming back on the leader just a little bit now. Martin Bau, the Slovenian, in 3.
Yeah, already Quintero has shortened the stroke a little bit. That means that the stroke rate's a little quicker. He's not getting the distance per stroke that he had in the first part of the race. He's going through under the 30s, but he's now under pressure, as you can see Bau there, using him as a target, breathing to the right. Very short stroking, the Slovenian, but a lot of heart, a lot of effort there, and a lot happening underwater. That's correct. Also moving up in lane 2, Richard Nagy of Slovakia. Nice turn from the Slovakian, putting him in good position. And now they're racing that we want to see, bringing them home faster, hopefully, than they've ever done before.
Now, Richard Nagy, he's involved in this. He's better at the 8 and the 1500. This a little bit of a good start for him in the mornings. And now the Slovakian, the Slovenian, putting the pressure on our early leader, because Quintero is going to have to fight very hard to hang on. He does. Takes this as the 3 behind him come in a close finish. 3:50.8 then for Quintero. But Martin Bau and Richard Nagy, both on 3:51s, are very good swims, and I prefer the way the Slovakian and the Slovenian swam it. Much higher turnover, higher stroke rate from Martin Bau, bringing him up through the field, and they were quite a way distant at the midpoint of this race after 200. But you can see the difference, pacing it for me a little bit better and coming in around 3:51.
Well, good racing in heat 3, and just beginning to stir the pot a little bit. Of course, down in heat 6 and 7, we're at the sub 350s.